And for the Korean War, this one is on my to-read list. I haven't got around to it yet, but it's on Desperate Ground by Hampton Sides, and it is about the major battle of the Chosin Reservoir. And I apologize if I mispronounced that. It just shows kind of the hardships that soldiers faced in the Korean War during extreme cold temperatures, and so definitely check this out. You'll probably beat me to it, as I'm such a slow reader and have so little reading time nowadays, but definitely beat me to it. And then for the Vietnam War, I'm going to go with a little bit of a lighter fare, and The Greatest Beer Run Ever. This one is also on my to-read list. I haven't got around to it yet. Once again, I'm very slow, and I challenge you to beat me and read this before I do. And like all good stories, this one starts at a bar. And I'm just going to read a little excerpt here. In 1967, at a bar in New York City, the men who had gathered reflected on the family, neighbors, and friends who had been lost in the ongoing war in Vietnam. And those not coming back in caskets were confronted by protesters who spat on them. The outrage they felt led the bartender to propose an idea many might deem preposterous. One of them should sneak into Vietnam, track down their buddies in combat, give them each a message of support from back home, share some laughs, and maybe even some beer. John Chick Donahue, a U.S. Marine Corps veteran working as a merchant seaman, raised his hand. He accepted this challenge. He collected names, packed his bag full of American beer, and within days sailed to Vietnam on a cargo ship. He was caught in firefights, ducked the Viet Cong, and was trapped in the hell of the Tet Offensive, but none of it mattered. Chick stayed focused on his objective to bring some cheer to his pals on the front line of a deadly controversial war and show them how much the folks back at home appreciated them. Doesn't that sound like a great story? And it's one that we don't really see from the Vietnam War, so definitely. And if you're looking for a good overview of the Vietnam War, you cannot beat Ken Burns' documentary, The Vietnam War. We have both Volume 1 and Volume 2. So if you're looking for a really deep dive into the Vietnam War, definitely. For some of our more modern conflicts that we have been a part of, I have Walk in My Combat Boots by James Patterson and Matt Eversman. Matt Eversman was a part of the Ranger unit that inspired Black Hawk Down, the movie, which we also have here at the Syracuse Public Library, so maybe check them both out together. And this is about the special military action that happened in Somalia, I think in 1993. And then for the Afghanistan and Iraqi War, I'm going to recommend Horse Soldiers, which is about a unit of American warriors who actually rode horses during the Afghanistan War. This has been on my to-read list for a while, so beat me to it. And then in our documentaries, we have American Warrior, which covers in great detail the Iraqi War. So, and this is just a small collection of military history books that we have available.